Next, we see Big Mom is hurting from Law's Shock Willie. Is it pronounced Willie?
I've been saying Shockville, but it's definitely Shock Willie.
All right. Big Willie.
Big Willie.
All right.
Yeah, we got another super chat, by the way.
Did we?
Yeah, it's in euros. Yeah, euros.
It's in euros?
From...
Thank you for the pounds, bro. I appreciate it so much. Who's it from, though?
It's from Michael Nyathi, and it says, "Kid is the GOAT."
Thank you for that. And that was a horrible comment. So let's go to the next question. Next, we see Big Mom is hurting from Law's Shock Willie and Kid's Corna Dio. Law states to Kid that Kid is always attacking after he does. Law tells Kid he should put a big hurt on her so he could finish the job. Kid doesn't like being told what to do. Kid lets Law know he has something that he can take her out with. Law suggests Kid will probably use another animal to ram her with. Kid tells him to shut up. Is Oda acknowledging through Law what we've all been thinking about Kid not doing enough? And I'm going to go with Sebastian.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes to this question. Oda's very cognizant of the fan reaction to his chapters. I don't know if he's seen it, but he knows what people are like. He knows the hate was coming for Kid, but he knows deep down he had an ace in his sleeve. You feel me? He had a little something up his sleeve. So he's gonna use any situation to get comedy off, and that's what I really like about Oda, and to me sets him apart from other mangakas at times. Is that in a situation like this, where you're fighting a Yonko and you're fighting for your life and your loved ones are potentially dying around you, he can still get comedy in it. So like I'm not your opening act. Who cares? Even Kid's reaction to that elephant joke, I cracked up. I actually laughed hard as hell at that because I didn't expect what I was saying, but it was funny. And it's something Larry had said earlier, like he's gonna slam a bus or something at her next, just cause. So like, it was. I think it's Oda addressing that fact a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about we throw it to Lionel? What do you think, Lai? You think that's Oda acknowledging through Law what we've all been thinking about Kid not doing enough?
Yes, definitely. Because when I read the chapter, I really felt like we are watching fans right now arguing against Kid. That's what I felt and saw. So I actually love that, because again, many people have these mixed emotions, like Kid's outshining Law. Law's outshining Kid, and no, Kid has something. You just gotta wait. So it was a big fan pleaser for us to see, them interacting that way. I loved it a lot, actually.
Okay. What about you, Law? Just go.
Oh, we got another super chat. That's what it was.
What you gonna call it? But yeah, it's seeming like it. So I kind of agree because like Sebastian Morgal, Oda pays attention to, for example, the whole back and forth between Zoro and Sanji fans. Oda said he kind of likes that about them arguing about his characters like that. So adding into the show what we know a little bit from Oda, this just seems like something he would definitely do, right? Because also too, I think it's a play on because I was talking to Lionel too about it, and I was saying as much as I like Kid, what we've seen from his attacks, he seems very much like a kid himself. His attacks are kind of basic. We see for example, we haven't seen much growth in his attacks, the way he does things from pre-time slip to now. We've seen, all right, he makes his arm big in attacks. We've seen that over and over. Even now, it's did you go from that? And then we see now what you putting it's like a kid because he has agonism, putting Legos together and creating things.
We can say what it is. It's trash.
It's not.
He's putting trash together.
He calls it.
He called it. It's junk. He called it junk. But to me, it's
we gotta stop using other words.
No, I'm not gonna bash Kid like that.
Listen, I'm not bashing him. I'm just saying.
But to me, it was it showed very simplicity in it, like a kid, where it's very straightforward and I'm gonna create with my. Back I'm gonna create an animal. So Law's kind of showing it out. What are you gonna do next? A hippo, an elephant? You did a bull. But what are these things? And you're doing it after I attack. Are you really fighting? Pretty much. Do something more. So that's why he's shut up. So I agree. That Oda used Law to call Kid out. What we're all thinking as well.
Yeah. So for me, it was funny. It was satisfying because of the fact that Oda knows exactly what has been going on regarding what's been going on with Kid. And it's like, in a way, it looks purposeful now. It looks like this is how he wanted to direct the audience to read what he was doing. And he wanted to set up this very grand plan for Kid and make him shine in a way that he necessarily couldn't as much as Law was able to. Because Law's ability allows him to do so much more, like bypassing hockey laws at this point. And Kid can't really do that. And you know why? It's because Kid doesn't necessarily use his power in a way to bypass hockey laws. His way of thinking, and he said it like in chapter 1001 when him, Luffy, and Law were about to hit Kaido, because I read that fight all over again. Because realistically, I was like, yo, if I got to come with my kid slander, I got to come accurately. He basically says the way he fights is by crushing and compacting. That's it. And that's literally how his fight style has been played out since his introduction. When he hit Kuma, he crushed Kuma. You know, the mechanical pacifista, not Kuma himself. We know Kuma's pretty dope. So it's like, to see that Oda's redirecting us into this way, it's like he's literally holding a carrot in front of our face, and then he's like, nah, bro, like, here's a sandwich. You know? Like, it's very nice for Oda to do that. And it's like Sebastian said, it really sets Oda apart and makes him Goda just because of the fact that he's able to do things like this. Like, other mangaka have a very simplistic view, and they usually have moral battles within their storyline in order to make you feel something. And it's usually very like one-way streets, where Oda's like, no, I'm gonna take you on like a highway intersection and make you like make U-turns and do this, and that.
And
so,
throw a roller coaster in there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make you laugh on one of these like exits. So it's really nice to see that no matter where we go on this intersection, we're still going to our destination. Yeah. So it's really nice.
I have a couple things.
Go.
My opinion on this is I don't care about nothing y'all said. No, I'm playing. I gave my opinion on this one already.
Oh, you said you have more to add to it.
Oh, yeah, I did.
See, this is why we don't let Sebastian go.
My fault. Two things. Lawrence had said that he's a kid. Well, this kid took some physics classes, because at the end of this chapter, he stunts.
We're not talking about that, though.
Shut up. And I forgot my other point.
All right, again. All right, we're going on to 4.